my name's Rosie and welcome to my channel. How are you all? I hope you're all doing really well. So in today's video I'm just going to have a chit chat with you about some of my favourite products. Most people would have done this at the beginning of January, end of December, discussing their favourite products of the year, and I'm shit at this, so I didn't get around to doing it. So I thought instead I'm just going to sit down and talk to you about my favourite products, which are my go-tos and things that I have repurchased or definitely will repurchase. These are things that I used throughout 2021, I'm still using now, my absolute go-tos, my favourites. If we didn't focus on time, this would be called my 2021 favourites, but we're not going to call it that because we're nearly in February. Might even be in February by the time this video goes up. Who knows? So yeah, if you want to stick around and see what my favourite products are, we're doing all sort of beauty products, mainly makeup, but a couple of other bits and bobs chucked in, then yeah, keep on watching. Now if you are new here, I do have two little pugs. They're being right arseholes at the minute, I'm not going to lie about it. They keep, one was just chewing my lipstick a minute ago, they're running around everywhere, they keep having a little fight, they keep attacking me. You know, it's that time of the day. You wouldn't have thought that we've just got back from an hour walk, but yeah, it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't, and that's just my life of owning two little pigs. So if you hear any snoring or grunting or anything like that, that'll be the pigs, not me. Lola! Okay, so starting off, I'm going to go with my favourite moisturiser. I found this moisturiser last year and I have bought so many of it since. So you would have seen it on this channel before, but it is, of course, the L'Oreal Aloe Hyalo. So this is actually called the L'Oreal Hydrogenous Aloe Water, and it is so great. I have oily combo skin and this works really well for me. It is a gel formula, and I just love it. Like, it feels so nice in the skin. It's really moisturising. I feel like it helps with the balance of my oils as well. Not that it controls it in any way, but I don't know how to explain it. I feel like everything's just a little bit more managed, if that makes sense. I just really love it. I keep buying it. I've bought a few of them now. I'm currently using a couple of other day creams and moisturisers, but I can't wait to get back into this one because I do love it and I'm going to continue to repurchase it. Moving on to concealers next, my two current favourites. So we've got the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I tried this one mid last year, I think, and this is my second one. I absolutely love it. Now it lasts a really good amount of time. Sorry, my hair's really pissing me off today, you know. You get 15ml in this, which is huge. Like, it's such a big concealer, and yeah, I just absolutely love it. This one I've got in vanilla. The one I had before was a slight different colour. I go on the lightest side of the shades and it's not like overly bright, so I don't think their shade range is particularly great. But I use this all over my face to cover up my acne before going on with my actual foundation. Sometimes I just use it as like my foundation if I'm just going for like a little bit of a lighter coverage, if I know I'm wearing a mask all day, that sort of thing. And then yeah, I'll spot conceal with it as well. It's so great. Like, it's the best concealer that I found. It is pricey, but it lasts ages. It lasts loads longer than any of my other concealers, and that's because it's a huge bloody bottle. So I really do think it's worth the price. It comes on a big doe foot. Once it's come to the end, I take the little seal off and then really scrape it all out. I've bought a couple of these, as I've said. I'll definitely keep buying it. I understand what the hype is. I absolutely love it. And yeah, I couldn't recommend it anymore. I think it's fantastic. Next up, this is the second one of these that I bought, but the last one was a miniature one, and it's a NARS Radiant Cream Concealer. Now, I like this for under my eyes. I've got this one in light Chantilly. You get 6ml in this one, so that shows you like the size difference of the two concealers, and this is pricey. I've really enjoyed using it, and this is the second one that I've picked up, but I am sparing with it. Like, I literally just use it under my eyes. I'm 32 now, coming up to 33, and I really do realise the fine lines and stuff around my eyes. And although I do still get creasing with this concealer, I've never found a concealer that I don't get creasing with, and that creasing is only getting worse as I'm getting older. So although I do still get a bit of it, compared to other concealers that I use under the eye. I think it works really, really well. Although you can still see the creasing and my fine lines to an extent, I do feel like it doesn't highlight them in any way. I feel like it's brightening. I feel like it lasts a long time. It is a pricey spend. I've never found a drugstore concealer that I'm obsessed with apart from my Barry M concealer. I've mentioned that one a few times and I do really like that, but this one, I prefer it over the Barry M one. But a Barry M one's a really good cheap one, but I've not included it in here. One, because I've spoken about it a few times already, and two, I do like this one more. So, you know, I'm only going to speak about my absolute favourites and my go-tos. And yeah, these two are them, but this one for all over my face, this one for under my eye. I feel like it works really, really well. I have got a lot of bougie products in this, guys, and it's not on purpose. Like, I literally am just talking about the things that I really, really love. And I got expensive taste, you know. So, next up, a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury. We're going for the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I saw people speaking about this product loads, and I was like, meh, meh, meh. Now, I really have enjoyed using this. I love it. I can't remember when I got it. I think mid to the end of last year I got it along with one of the mystery boxes, so maybe September time, I'm not 100% sure. And every time I do a full face of makeup I use it. I'm wearing it today and I really, really enjoy it. I did get a shade a little bit too dark for me. I got 4 medium. It's not the end of the world, like, because you're not plastering your face with it, you're mixing it in with your foundation, so it's fine. If I was to just wear this on its own over my face, which I personally would never do because I do have an oilier skin, but if I was drier and needed to do that, then I would need a shade down. But because I do mix it with other products, it doesn't matter. I love what this does for my skin. Now, because I have got acne, all of my products that I use when I'm doing a full face are full coverage. I'm so envious of everyone that's been able to have like the lightweight sort of CC cream foundations recently, the tinted moisturisers, that sort of thing. I just can't pull it off that well because I do have either active acne or a lot of scarring, so I always go for full coverage. And this is where this comes in. Although I love a full coverage, sort of, I guess it usually is on the matter side, I still really like having glowy skin, and I don't like anything to feel overly thick, although it is always going to because it's full coverage. And this product really helps with that. When I mix this in with my foundation, it's almost giving that moisture and that glow back into my full coverage foundations, which I really, really enjoy. This again is pricey, but you can often find discount codes for Charlotte Tilbury. It's one of the higher brands that does do lots of discount codes, so that's really great. And yeah, I really love it. I know that this is going to last me a long time, but when I do finally run out and buy it again, I will be getting a shade down. My only negative, and it's just a personal preference, is I wish this was on a pump and not a doe foot. It's a really large doe foot and the packaging is beautiful, but for me personally it'd be so much easier if I could just pump it out. And that's because of the way that I do my makeup, I guess. Again, because I do go for full coverage look because of my skin type and my acne, I tend to put a layer of concealer down before going in with my foundation. So what I do is concealer, then this, then foundation, and putting the doe foot on top of the concealer is just a bit of a pain. So I do wish it was a pump, but you know, it's just a little personal preference, just a little bit of a negative if I was going to pick up on one. But the product itself is beautiful. Okay, so moving on to foundations now. I've picked up 2, and these are the foundations that I always go back to. I absolutely love both of them, but they're on different ends of the price spectrum. So first of all, we're going to start off with L'Oreal Infallible Wear Foundation. I love this foundation. I always have it in a couple of shades for when I'm really, really pale, in the middle, and obviously a lot more tanned, whether that be fake tan or a little bit natural tan in the summer. I also like to mix foundations a lot, and I often mix this with other foundations as well. I just love it. It's all round so great. So I will wear this as my everyday foundation. And the one thing that I love about this foundation a lot is that you can build it up really easily. So I can put on quite a sheer amount for work, everyday stuff, going shopping if I know I'm wearing a mask, that sort of thing. But then I can build it up really well if I want that sort of more full coverage glam sort of makeup. It's just a real staple that I've become really reliant on. I feel that, you know, whatever the situation is going to be, I can rely on this foundation to stay in place, to last a good amount of time. Even when my oils do eventually break through it, they sort of merge nicely. It doesn't break it up in any way. It doesn't like get that sort of caked up look where it all sort of divides into one part. If you've got oily skin, I think you'll know what I mean. The price is around £10, and I just think it's a really great foundation. It's really comfortable, it lasts a good amount of time, and yeah, I really love it. So that's my first one. Secondly, the next foundation I keep coming back to is the Huda False Filter, I think it's a matte foundation. Let me double check. So yeah, it's a False Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. This is a full coverage foundation. I love it. I've got it on today, and usually when I'm filming videos or going on a night out, I'm wearing this foundation. I love it. Not that many people talk about it, and I don't know if that many people love it, but I really do. For my skin personally, it works really well. So I've got it in a couple of shades. The one that I'm wearing today is Creme Brulee, and I've also got it in a darker shade as well. I get such a long wear out of this foundation, and again, it's got real good lasting power. When my oils do eventually break through, and it does take quite a bit of time because it is matte, again, it doesn't cake up, it doesn't break up, it doesn't go all like patchy and horrible. I can wear a mask on it and it lasts on my nose so much better than any other foundation does. It covers up all my acne really well. If I don't have a concealer to hand or anything, I'm not too worried because I know that I can do 2 layers of this and all my redness and acne will be covered up. So yeah, it is buildable, but it is a full coverage foundation. So if you like that, you might like this. If you don't, then I'm probably not the makeup person for you anyway. But yeah, I personally just really like it. Again, it is pricey, but a little goes a long way. You only need like 1 or 2 pumps to cover your whole face and your neck, so it does last a long time. One that I will continue to keep using. I love it. And the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, these two together are lovely, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is a real full coverage foundation, and mixing this back into it, it just gives you that sort of dewiness back in. And yeah, so these two together are my absolute go-tos. Every time I'm filming, every night out, these are what I'm going to be wearing. Okay, moving on to powders now. I really love loose powders, and they're what I always opt for. I really enjoy a loose translucent type setting powder, and a couple of my favourites are the standard Laura Mercier. I really love the Fenty loose powder as well, but my absolute favourite and the one that I reach for the most, again, is the Huda Beauty one. Now, a lot of people complain about the smell of this. I actually don't really notice the smell, but maybe that's because I'm just so used to it now. I recommended it to my sister recently. She's really enjoying it, and she said that she personally likes the smell. But yeah, I love this powder. I really enjoy using it. Under the eye, I do tend to use the Laura Mercier powder that's set for the under eye. Now, I haven't included that in this video because as much as I do like it, if I didn't own it, I don't think I'd repurchase it. I just opt for any powder that I've got. But because I do own it, I keep using it. But this powder, I just absolutely love it. So what I tend to do is, again, for a full face, what I tend to do is do all of my cream based products, and then I actually put it on my damp beauty blender and really dab it in around the areas of my mouth where my acne may be really bad, and on my nose. So I don't bake in any way, and I don't put a really thick layer on. I'll just dab my sponge into it, quite a light press, and then sort of really pat it in to where I know that I need that foundation to stay. And so that will be, again, like I said, where my acne builds up, mainly around my chin, where I might wear a mask. And then for other areas where I don't need it packed on as much, I will just take one of my big fluffy brushes and run it all over. Again, I find that this holds my makeup in place amazingly. I find even underneath a mask, it lasts really well. This powder, I can't remember when I bought it, honestly. It's way over a year old, and it's lasted me so well. I use it all the time, but I am running low now. Like, I am gonna need to stock up on this soon, but it is definitely my go-to. I love it. It's one that is a real staple in my collection. It's one that I reach for the most. Moving on to bronzer, still my absolute favourite, and it was my favourite last year, is my Fenty bronzer. I have mine in Private Island, and it's just such a nice bronzer. It has lasted me ages. I bought this definitely over a year ago. I use it daily. I have now hit pan, and I'm definitely going to repurchase it as soon as it runs out, which is going to be really soon. I'll get it on an offer if I can, either at Boots or wherever else. I really enjoy Fenty products. I think they're lovely, but this is definitely one of my faves. The colour of it is just really good for me. I have got it on today. It's a really lovely colour for my skin tone, but it blends out really nicely. No patchiness or anything like that. I would love it if she brought out a glowy bronzer range, because I love a glowy bronzer. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. As last ages, I would say it's well worth the money, especially if you can get it on a discount. And I just all round love Fenty anyway. Okay, I've picked up a couple of blushes. Now, blushes I think it's quite difficult to go wrong with a blush. I haven't included any cream blushes in this video. I do have a couple that I enjoy, but honestly, I'd say I probably only use cream blushes like 1 out of 10 times that I do my makeup, if that. So I haven't included any in here, but I do love blusher. But I don't think you can really go wrong with a blusher. I think pretty much any ones that you buy, they're gonna be alright. You can even use eyeshadows and stuff as a blusher as well, but these two have really stuck out for me and I've really enjoyed using them this year. So the first one is by NYX and it's the Sweet Cheeks Glow Cream Powder Blushes. I definitely want to get more of these. Make Me Up Misser raves about these all the time. They're super affordable and they're lovely. Now, I've opted for the glowy one, because again, I love glowy products. Even though I have oily skin, I still love highlighters, glowy bronzers, glowy blushes. And this one is stunning. This is in the shade Daydreamer and it's lovely. And like I said, I definitely want to get some of the others and I'd like to try the matte ones as well. But the formula of this is so creamy and buttery. It really does feel amazing. Look at that sheen as well. It's just right up my alley, right up my street. I'm really pleased I found these. I definitely want to get some more. But you can see, I've not even had this one. I don't know how many months I've had it. I can't remember, there is a video somewhere, but probably less than 6. And you can see already it's well loved. Like, I use it a lot. And it takes you ages to get through a blush. Like, once you've got it in your collection, it's going to be there, because who hits pan on blushes? Can't remember the last time I hit pan on a blush. Next up is the Be Perfect blushes. I bought a couple of these in their £9 sales and I'm so glad I did. I absolutely think they're beautiful and I hope they bring out some more shades, and there's 1 or 2 more that I'm eyeing up as well. I think they're lovely. Now, the packaging is a lot. I really like the packaging, but I don't know if it needs to be this bulky. You get so much product in this. 13 grams. This one is 5 grams in this one, and this one is 13, so they are huge. These are going to last you forever. You'll never need any other blushes again. So this one is in Magma. I've got 2 of them, and Magma is actually what I'm wearing today, and it's stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. So it's this bright orange blush. It comes across a lot more bright in the pan than it does when you put it on your face, but I just love this orange. I just think it's beautiful. But I've also got another one, I think it's in Heat, and that looks like so deep and dark in the pan, and it is, but it is just such a beautiful colour. The formula of these are lovely. They're really soft. You can build them up really nicely. And that's a couple of swipes of my finger. So, you know, they are nice and pigmented. I would always recommend like sort of dusting your brush off. But if you want to really build up that colour for nice vibrant colour, then you can do so. They are stunning. These, like I said, are massive. They're going to last you forever. The packaging's lovely on these. Yeah, I hope they bring out some more colours. I definitely want to pick up some more. Again, when they're on offer, they're not overly expensive. I think they're about £13, £12.95, something like that. When they're full price, but Be Perfect do have a lot of offers. I honestly love Be Perfect. Some of their stuff's absolutely great. Their eyeshadow palettes, some of them have been my absolute favourites before. I love them. And so yeah, I'm really happy to try this out. I got one of their highlighters in a similar packaging to this. That was also really nice as well. So I would say if you've been umming and ahhing about them, I think they're great. Especially this colour. I absolutely love it. Okay, moving on to one of my favourite products now. We're going to talk about some highlighters. I picked up 2 highlighters that I reach for constantly, and I have done over the last year. So the first one is this one by Kaleidos. My friend Kelly actually got this for me last Christmas. I wear it all the time. I reach for it always. This one is in number 3 Space Age Ray Rider, so it's in the yellow packaging. I would definitely love to try out more of these, but this colour is just stunning. You can see it is well loved, but considering I use it as much as I do, it's in pretty good shape, isn't it? The packaging is super cute, really nice, but the formula of these is honestly just like butter. They're so soft. It's got a real sparkle in it. So if you're not keen on sort of really out there being seen from space highlighters, these might not be for you, but it's definitely a bit of me. Just that little icy shimmer to it. Beautiful. They blend out on the face stunningly. I always put it in the inner corner of my eyes as well. It's just such an all-round beautiful, just buttery, lovely, smooth highlighter, and it's just one, like I say, that I reach for all the time. So yeah, would definitely recommend that if you can get your hands on it. This though has had to be my absolute favourite purchase this year, makeup wise, I reckon. I love this highlighter and I reach for it all the time. I'm wearing it today. I often wear it when I go full face. I've had quite a few people in the past ask me what highlighter I've got on, and I've told them it's this, and they've gone on to buy it. It's just absolutely beautiful. So this is the Ofra and Steph Tom's collab, Milk and Cookies. Now you can see how much I love it. I've hit pan on this side. Really beautiful highlighter, really great for me. This side is slightly too dark on its own for me. Mixing them both together, absolutely fine. If I am going really deep dark tan, then this one works well for me, and then when I'm on my more paler side, I'll opt for this side, and then again when I'm in the middle I mix them both. But you can see I've hit pan on it. I love it. It's just such a beautiful highlighter. Now Ofra's highlighters for me are amazing anyway. They're definitely one of my favourites. I reach for them often. Rodeo Drive is up there as one of my all-time favourite highlighters, and this one is definitely up there now. So I've just taken some swatches there. So this is the darker side on its own, this is the lighter side on its own, and this is them mixed together, so you can see a bit of the difference. They are absolutely beautiful. They are so just, oh, honestly, it's like absolute slut queen realness. I love it. Like, if you want to be seen from space, it's got that absolute beautiful shine to it. It hasn't got glitter in it at all. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I'd highly recommend it. I'd highly recommend Ofra's formula altogether. Their highlighters to me are absolutely the best. Always have been. I haven't met a highlighter yet that's topped it, but yeah, I just love it. I love it, and I just feel beautiful when I'm wearing it. Eyebrow pencil is going to be the She Glam one. I love this brow pencil. I ordered, like, last time I did an order from Shein, I bought like 6 of them. I absolutely love them. So they're like £2.50, but I think when I bought them anyway, when you bought 2 you got the second one for a penny, so like 2 of them for £3. It's just insane. I really like Primark ones as well, but these are the ones that I definitely opt more for. I'll buy like the Primark ones if I haven't done an order on these and I'm running low. To be fair, I always stock up on the Primark ones. They're definitely up there, one of my favourites, but this one I just love. So they do a version as well which has like I think it's a brush nib pen on it. Stunning. My friend Kelly gave me one. It is beautiful. I'm just shit at doing brows. Like, her and a couple of the other girls make it look like real hair strokes. I just don't know how to do that. It doesn't matter how much I try, just not that great on it, but it is beautiful, and I'd recommend that one as well. But this is one that I reach more for. I always get mine, oh, it doesn't have the shade on it, but again I'll pop it all down below. And yeah, it's just got your spoolie on one end, and then it's a really fine nib. So it's just, you can get real nice hair strokes. Again, I'm not very good at doing them on my actual brow, but yeah, really nice pigment. So if obviously with every pencil, the softer you push, the lighter you're gonna get, and the harder you push, the deeper you're gonna get. But yeah, I just really enjoy them. I would say if you're doing an order from Shein, chuck 1 or 2 in just to try them out. I don't think you'll regret it. I think they're fantastic, and for the price as well. I'm never going to go back to buying your expensive Benefit brow pencils when you can get the same quality, if not better, for this cheap. It's just fantastic. For mascara, the one that I've been most impressed with this year, and there's been a few favourites, and it's difficult to always pick a favourite mascara because your tastes change so regularly, don't they? But the one that I've been most impressed with this year is this one by Technic. This mascara is like £3 and it's honestly so good. I got it from Wilko, but I think you can get it online. This is the Intense Lash Mascara, and this is what it looks like. And yeah, I've just all round really enjoyed it. I've got a few of them. This is what the bristles look like, so it's like a plastic wand. Like I said, I've got a few of them. I like to keep them sort of dotted around in my handbag, in the car, whatever. But yeah, I just really like this mascara for the price. I think it makes my lashes look great. I'm trying out the Iconic mascara at the minute, which is what I've gotten today, and that's really nice. I do often tend to mix mascaras as well, but I'm just impressed with how this makes my lashes look. Makes them look nice and long and thick. I don't get like any bad clumping or anything like that. But also the most important thing for me, which is what I really struggle with mascaras, is I don't get any smudging or transfer on this. Again, where I'm oily and my lashes are quite long, I do tend to get on a lot of mascaras quite a lot of transfer oiliness. So quite often I feel like I have to buy waterproof mascaras. But I don't want waterproof because it's impossible to get off. So if I can find a mascara that's not waterproof, that doesn't transfer or smudge throughout the day, then winning. Because I hate it when I go to the toilet mid through the day and I've got black transfer all up here and all down here and no one's told me. I just hate that. And then moving on to some lip products now. I've got a couple of favourites here. So my favourite lip liners, and have been for again over a year now, are actually the Peaches and Cream lip liners. Now I got this set, yeah, probably over a year ago, and I reach for them all the time. I absolutely love them. This one is in Praline, and this is the one that I use the most. I really enjoy it. They're so creamy and smooth, but not too much where they slip and let your lipstick bleed. They don't do that. They're really nice. I wish they would bring out some more colours of these because I've only got like the nudie brown ones. But yeah, they're stunning. I have since bought the lip liner sets from both P. Louise and Doll Beauty. I love them. Both of them are really nice. The Doll Beauty ones are stunning and I love them. And the P. Louise ones, really nice as well. However, I'm not that as keen on the shade range on both of those, whereas the Peaches and Cream ones, they work amazingly, but I love the shades of brown on them as well. They're ones that I just reach for the most, especially these ones. I personally like a pencil lip liner, ones that you can physically sharpen, like a wooden pencil one. They're again the ones that I always reach for. So yeah, I love these lip liners. I think they perform amazingly, really easy to use. Yeah, I love them. On the lipstick front, liquid lipsticks have definitely been my go-to over the last year plus, and I reach for the Fenty liquid lips all the time, constantly, all the time. So my favourite red, not the one that I've gone today, but my favourite red is by Fenty. It's stunning, it lasts ages, it's such a beautiful shade of red. These, I'm trying to think how long I've had these for. A long time, and I use them regularly and they've lasted really well, not drying out. They're still really, they're like they're brand new. So look how that paints on. It's absolutely stunning. The lasting power of them is fantastic. They don't bleed into my skin. It's like a real true beautiful red. It's one of the most beautiful reds I think I've ever worn. It really is stunning, and like I say, the lasting power of these is fantastic. The doe foot of them is quite interesting, so they're really nice to apply. I really like the little doe foot on them. The packaging could be a little bit more practical, but it doesn't bother me at all. I still take them out the back of my bag and it's fine. Yeah, absolutely love them. So I love the red. I also loved Unbutton. I wear that one all the time, but I don't know where it is. It must be in a handbag somewhere. And then I've recently just bought the Uncuffed. Really nice. Worn that in a few videos recently. People have asked me what I've got on. So yeah, I love them. Hope they bring out some more shades. I think they're fantastic liquid lipsticks. My favourite glosses are also from Fenty as well. I just don't think you can go wrong with the gloss bombs. I've got so many of them. I reach for them all the time. They're just beautiful. I'm not bothered what colour either. I don't have a favourite colour. I love them all. This one here that I've got is Fenty Glow. Yeah, it's just so beautiful. They smell amazing. I love that smell. They're not sticky. They're just such a beautiful gloss. I absolutely love them. I've also got here Diamond Milk, which I did put on earlier, but got it all over my face. So it's got a little bit of red mixed in. Who cares? Not me. I just love the gloss formula. So yeah, Fenty all round for lips is a win. But if you are on a little bit more of a budget, then I would also highly recommend the Maybelline Lifter glosses. These are such a brilliant dupe for the Fenty ones. They are really fantastic. You can see how similar they are. They really are so similar. Let me get both the doe foots out to show you. So look how similar they are. So that's the Maybelline and that's the Fenty. They perform really similar as well. So I've just done a swatch on my hand. This one's a Maybelline and this one's the Fenty. The formula of them is really similar. They're both equally as comfortable on your lips. So I would say if you are on a bit more of a budget but want to try them out, then definitely give the Maybelline ones a go as well, because they are super lovely. Okay, moving on to eyeshadow next. Honestly, I've not played with eyeshadow in the last 12 months or so, nearly as much as I normally would. I haven't been experimenting around with colour very much. I tend to just sort of stick to a similar look that I've got now, which can pretty much be achieved with running some bronzer through the crease of the eye. With that being said, over the last couple of years I've absolutely fallen in love with P. Louise's eyeshadow formula. I just think it's beautiful. I now own quite a few of her palettes, and I would say that the quality of them is really consistent throughout and just gets better and better as well. I am always so blown away by her packaging. I'm blown away by the formula. I think that the colour aesthetic of them always goes really well. I think that, yeah, I just think they're always really, really beautiful. So what I've done is I've just picked up one, and this one is one of her Love Tapes one. Now today on my eyes I used the big Love Tapes palette. What a beautiful palette. It's absolutely stunning. Like, and the shimmer formula of her eyeshadows is stunning as well. So if you love a shimmer, I would recommend checking them out. With that being said, the mattes are beautiful as well. But anyway, I just thought I'd pick up one of them, and this one is in Vacation. Now, the colours on this is just right up my street. But what I would say is if there's any palettes that sort of catch your eye and stand out to you, I'd say give them a go, because I honestly think her formula is amazing. The packaging always blows me away, but the price is also always really, really fair. And just to give you a little swatch of the shimmers, so those are the two shimmers in this palette. Look at those. And I'll just swatch a couple of the mattes for you as well. They are just like buttery and creamy. Honestly, the formula of them is amazing. I know that swatches don't ever really say much, but they are just beautiful. I haven't had any problems with any of our eyeshadow formulas. I've loved them all. Okay, so that's all the makeup-y bits. So now I'm just going to move on to little odds and sods, like mainly hair care and tan and stuff. My favourite stuff that I always go back to. Let's start with hair care first. So one of the things that I've fallen in love with over the last year, probably the last 6 months, and I've rebought so many times and I'm going to continue to do so, is the L'Oreal Dreams Length Wonder Water. I love this stuff. This makes my hair look so shiny. It's really easy to use. It's really affordable. You could normally get them on offer. I always look out for it on an offer. I think this bottle is normally about a tenner, depending on where you buy it, but you'll often find places that have 50% off, so you can get it for a fiver, and that's what I tend to look out for. But yeah, this, honestly, I put it on after shampooing but before I condition. Sort of section my hair out a little bit, pop it on. Again, you only need to leave it on for a few seconds. It says 8 seconds, and then you rinse it off, but you really notice it when it comes to styling your hair. It just feels sleek and smooth and lovely. And I think I've got a really good like hair routine going on at the minute, where everything I use combined together is making my hair feel and look the best it's ever felt. So yeah, this definitely helps with that. I love it. Moving on from that, and again I've spoken about this a little bit, is the Fanola range. I'm obsessed with this stuff. My friend Kelly introduced me to it. I'm so glad she did. I have not stopped buying it since. I am now obsessed with not only the hair mask, but the shampoo and conditioner, and a couple of items from the range that I'll talk to you about in a minute. So yeah, I just thought I'd pick up the hair mask just for purposes of this video, but I love the shampoo and conditioner as well. I've tried all the different variations of their ranges, or I'm slowly making my way through anyway. They're all really, really nice, and I just love them. They're really affordable as well. I buy mine on either Amazon, which honestly what I tend to do is just Google Fanola, and different websites tend to have it at different prices at different times. I'll link some down below, but also Amazon's a really good place to get it. This is a smaller hair mask, 500ml. Got this one for Christmas, but I tend to buy the tub that is 1,500, or is it 1,000ml? Anyway, it's bloody huge, whichever one it is, and it costs around $11.99. And it's great, it lasts ages, but it also makes my hair feel amazing. I can't believe the quality of it for the price. Like, it's just insane. It's just insane. It's better than anything that you buy out on the high street, in my opinion, and it's cheaper. if you were to buy it in the same quantities. I absolutely love it. Couldn't recommend it anymore. Same with the shampoo and conditioner. I buy it in 1000ml bottles. It's a similar price. It's been lasting really, really well. Makes my hair feel really smooth and silky. Like I said before, I think I've got a really good hair care routine going on at the minute where it's making my hair just feel the best. So yeah. So to go with that, I recently invested in a couple of their other things from their line. So first off, I got their Fanola Smooth Care Serum. This stuff so far I'm really impressed with. I'm normally quite scared of oils and serums, but in the last maybe 2 years I've started using them more and sort of playing around with these things more. I don't know which one it is. I think it's everything combined. Everything that I'm talking about at the minute. Honestly, my hair, although, you know, it's probably about 4 days old, so I washed it 4 days ago maybe. I've not got any dry shampoo in it or anything yet, although it is getting to the point where it does need it. So yeah, that's, you know, I think that's pretty impressive for 4 days old, and how like well it's looking. But not on top of that, like, I get no real knots in my hair. Like, everything just feels really soft, easy to manage, it's controllable, it feels nice. Just love it. Just loving how my hair's feeling with all these products at the minute. So yeah, this is their serum, and it's a smoothing protecting serum, and I'm just so far really impressed. Now I've only used it maybe 5-6 times so far. You can see it's still quite full. I just literally do 1 squirt, and then when my hair's wet, before I style it, run it through the mids and the ends. I definitely think it helps to smooth my hair out. Just all round, I'm just loving these ranges. I just think everything from Fanola so far I'm so impressed with. And then I also went for this Thermo Shield styling spray. Now this is like an aerosol spray. I'm a big believer in using a heat protector on your hair, and this is like an aerosol. It smells really nice. So I spray it on my hair when it's wet before styling it, but also when I like go into straighten my hair on like a next day or the day after when it's dry, I'll just do a quick spritz over my hair. Again, I've probably used this maybe 10 times and I've still got quite a bit left. You get 300ml in here. It's really, really affordable. And again, all of these products together I think are making my hair feel so sleeky, soft and smooth. I feel like I'm getting longer between hair washes. I've never been someone that washes my hair regularly. Probably once, twice a week maximum. That's just what I do. I've been able to do that. But even with that being said, I feel like my hair is just looking better for longer and feeling nicer for longer as well. Moving on to some tanning products now. We're almost there. This is the U-Tan Facial Tanning Mist. I am obsessed with this stuff. Again, one of my most favourite things that I found in the past year or so. This one in particular is with Jamie Genevieve, and this is infused with Scottish lavender oil. This is the only one out of the range that I've tried, and I keep going back to it because I love it. It says that you can put this on over your makeup, but I put it on before I go to bed. The smell of it is so calming and lovely, but it is infused with benefits to help your skin as well, and I do see that coming through. Like I do, again, suffer with acne, and I just feel like it calms everything down before I go to bed. It also has apparently something in it that's meant to make you feel a little bit more happy, and I'd agree with that as well. I always feel really great after I spritz this on. Then my go-to tan, which has been for, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years, you know. I bloody love this stuff. It's the Dole Beauty Tan. I get mine in medium golden glow, but I also really enjoy the darker one. Normally in summer for like nights out, I'll go deep dark with that one. But yeah, this is one that I go to most. This is what I've got on now. Yeah, I just really enjoy it. I get a lot of questions asking me what tan I'm wearing, and it will 9 times out of 10 be this. I do try other ones just because I'm intrigued to try other things, but I always go back to this one. It's an aerosol, so it comes out like a shaving mousse, and I love that. It's got a nice colour guide on it, which does go on your clothes, not so much your clothes, but on like your bed sheets. But it comes straight out in the wash, so that doesn't personally bother me. And for the days that I'm feeling a little bit more natural, I discovered this maybe in the last year as well, and I keep going back to it. This is the Garnier Body Summer Body Moisturising Lotion, and I love it. I get it in the deep sun-kissed glow. You would have heard me speak about this before. I've gotten through so many of these. So this works fantastically all year round, and I would say if you just want a little bit of glow, a little bit of a boost, but you don't want to go all out fake tan, then this is for you. But I also love how this looks over my fake tan. So if I fake tan using my Doll Beauty and maybe I'm like 3-4 days in, I will put some of this over the top, and it helps to keep my Doll Beauty tan nice, but also is just adding to that glow, and I think the combination of them both works beautifully. So yeah, I love it over my fake tan, or if I don't have any fake tan on. I use it regularly. I love how moisturised it makes my skin feel, but I love the colour that it gives my skin as well. It doesn't go patchy, it's really easy to apply, it doesn't come off on any bedding that I've noticed anyway, and yeah, it's affordable. So again, something you can always get on offer. Next thing I want to talk about is just a perfume, and I've decided to pop this in here because I have repurchased this a few times now, and I think I would continue to repurchase it again, and it is this little perfume from Zara. I really love this perfume, and it's so affordable. I've had a few perfumes from Zara, and I'd honestly recommend any of them. I'd recommend going in there and having a little sniff if you can, or trying out some of their perfumes, because for the price of them, they really are fantastic. Okay guys, that's absolutely everything. That's all of my current faves. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Have I mentioned any of your favourite products, or anything that you really want to try? Or do you have real conflicting views to me and absolutely despise any of the things that I've spoken about? I would love to hear what you guys think. I will leave everything linked down below that I can, just so if you guys want to check them out, it's easier for you to find it. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I've had fun just sitting down chilling with you and chatting through some bits. If you haven't done so already, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. But if you don't want to, then I appreciate you watching my videos anyway. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!